There are many concerns about herbal medicine, but remember this lah. Not all herbs are the same. Not all herbalists have the same capability. Jadilah professor dulu, baru nak buat. I think you can be more effective. Safety is a main concern. Quality, what does it mean? Maybe ability to replicate is main concern. Effectiveness is the main concern. What is the science about it all? Is that the main question we want to ask is the therapy effective? Can result be repeated? If I can repeat it, can I predict it? That is science. Not because I publish in journal, that is not science. I have taught in the university for 26 years. I found out that there's not much I learned about science. There are so much knowledge in the world that we do not understand and we do not know. We have to be very humble in our search for knowledge. What we know is so little compared to what we see in the world today. If you study science today, actually we are very outdated. Our science that we study today is actually the 17th century, 300 tahun kebelakangan lagi. Our study of science today is based on the concept of Galileo, Descartes, Bacon, Newton. What do they say? In that science, science is very materialistic. It must be able to measure, be able to analyze. If you cannot analyze, you cannot measure, then that is not science. The taste, the smell, not counted in the study of medicine. Common sense, conscience, all these cannot be counted. So it must be measured to the nanogram. Only then it becomes scientific. That is 17th century science. If you study quantum physics today, if you study the real science of today, the modern age today, it is no more like that. Just being able to analyze the component doesn't mean that you understand the whole. Certain qualities of the component in the herb, for example, or in anything, kalau you tak boleh measure, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Today, we are talking about system biology. Andrew Will is a medical doctor trained in Harvard. He is a botanist and he is now the director of integrative medicine in Arizona University. This is what he said. The dogma in pharmacy of medicine today is still stuck in the 17th century. If we see the plant, we always say it must be equal to isolated active ingredient. That is the equation in medicine, equation in pharmacy. According to Andrew Will, he said, this is a serious mistake. The idea that plants owe their effects to a single compound, active ingredient, is simply not true. In this book, Stopping Cancer Before It Starts, he says this: we are right to have faith in science, but probably wrong to think that science was distilling of everything down to just extracts or defined components. If you read this book by another doctor, Joel Pullman, a very good book, it live what did he say? It is never possible to extract the precise symphony of nutrients found in vegetation and place it in the pill. Unprocessed plant food contains thousands of compounds, most of which have not been discovered. Jadi, as a pharmacist, you always look at things and say, semuanya dalam pill, semuanya dalam capsule, itulah. Take this one, it is the answer to everything. I'm afraid, as a botanist, I tell you this, I think it is not right. The author say again, we humans, especially physicians, are notorious for interfering with nature, thinking we know better. Only after we realize that in fact we have made things worse. If you start extracting, You do this, you do that, you concentrate, and you put in a pills, maybe it makes things worse. This book, Avoiding Breast Cancer, Dr. David Brownstein said this: the pharmaceutical company wants us to believe that a cure for cancer will be found by a magic bullet drug. This will never happen. Kalau kita nak ambil sesuatu, nak concentrate sesuatu, nak masukkan dalam pil, nak masukkan dalam kapsul, and say telan ini, tomorrow you are cured, I think we are far from it. I am not against anybody. What I'm trying to tell you is that nak bagi satu pandangan yang berbeza. That is what we people in the university should be thinking about. Different of ideas so that you can see things differently. From a botanist, from a biologist, I see things differently from you as a pharmacist or from a doctor. I don't think it is right to just take one compound up and say concentrate this and telan this, you get cured. I think that's not right.
For cancer. In fact, we have got a whole variety. People with liver cancer, they will take capsule A plus capsule B. If you do not have liver cancer, you just take capsule A.
Selain daripada tumor, pesakit juga menghadapi masalah lain yang berkaitan dengan kanser. Dan bagi mereka yang mendapatkan rawatan konvensional pula akan mengalami kesan sampingan seperti pening, muntah, lesu, hilang selera, gugur rambut dan sebagainya. Maka dalam kaedah terapi cancer care, pesakit juga diberi ubat herbal yang mengurangkan penderitaan mereka. Oleh kerana setiap kanser mempunyai ciri-ciri yang berlainan, maka ia memerlukan formula kombinasi obat yang berlainan juga. Setiap jenis ubat Dr. Teo diperbuat daripada beberapa jenis herba. Oleh itu, Dr. Teo menggunakan hampir 250 jenis herba keseluruhan. Setelah mengetahui masalah sebenar yang dihadapi pesakit, Dr. Teo akan memberi ubat herbal yang diperlukan saja. Contohnya, pesakit payudara akan diberikan kapsul A, Breast L atau Breast M, Mountain Guava untuk detoksifikasi, Constipation Tea sebagai pelawas, Insomnia untuk pesakit tidur lena dan Tonic untuk memberi tenaga.